Hello, it's Uncle Matt, and I'm here to read you another bedtime story. Today's bedtime story is The Berenstain Bears Fly It, Up, Up, and Away by Stan and Jan Berenstain. And this book was copyrighted in 1996. Let's try this. Sister, brother, and cousin Fred were visiting one of their favorite places, the Hall of Flight in the Berenstain Institution. Many of the most important aircraft in the history of flight were on display, as well as portraits of flight's earliest heroes. Fred, said brother, wouldn't it be great if we were Wilbur and Orville Wright and invented the airplane? It sure would, said Fred. If you two are going to be Wilbur and Orville Wright, who am I going to be? Asked sister. You can be Amelia Bearhart, said brother. Okay, agreed sister, but it wouldn't do us any good if we were, added brother, because all the ideas for inventions have been used up. Here's some inventions here. Inventions like the corkscrew, the mousetrap, and the umbrella grew out of the need to solve a problem. The discovery of the means to fly did not grow out of such a need, but out of the spirit of those who longed to fly out of a sense of the freedom and beauty of flight. But that's not true, said Professor Actual Factual. The Berenstain was his museum, and he had just come into the Hall of Flight. Ideas for inventions will never get used up. That's not how inventing works. Hi, Professor, said brother. How does inventing work? In different ways, explained the professor. Sometimes by combining things that have already been invented, where Wilbur and Orville put the glider and the gasoline engine together and gave us the airplane. It says here, the first important discovery in the history of flight probably came when someone noticed sparks rising. That led to the invention of the hot air balloon, but there are always doubters, those who poo-poo new ideas. I say the idea of flying is a lot of hot air, and exactly so here. It took hundreds of years to get from sparks rising from a fire to motor-driven bumps and dirigibles. Back to the story. Sometimes an invention comes in a flash, continued Actual Factual, almost like a light bulb going on. That's how the paperclip was invented. It was just a bit of wire bent in a new and different way. And speaking of the light bulb, it was not invented in a flash. Thomas Grizzly Edison knew that an electrical current would make a wire glow, but he had to try hundreds of kinds of wire before he found one that worked. Do you think we could invent something, Professor? Asked sister. I do indeed, said Actual Factual. Just think about the airplane, the paperclip, and the light bulb, and remember this rhyme. All inventions you will find happen first in someone's mind. And here it says, just as lighter than aircraft were inspired by observing the workings of nature, heavier than aircraft were inspired by observing beautiful gliding flights of seabirds. As sister, brother, and Fred left the museum, they were thinking about the airplane, the paperclip, and the light bulb. In front of the museum was a park where all sorts of things were going on, but two of the things jumped out at them and turned on the big light bulb over their heads. Aircraft engines. One is a gasoline engine. Combustion of gasoline drives engine, which turns propeller, which pulls airplane. Jet engine. Burning of jet fuel drives airplane. Rocket engine. Burning of rocket fuel drives airplane. Balloon engine. Expulsion of breath drives paper plane. The would-be inventors hurried home and went to work. First, they found a packet of balloons that were left over from Sister's birthday party. Then they took a sheet of paper and folded it to make a paper plane. They blew up a balloon and fastened it to the paper plane with a loop of sticky tape. Then they launched the first breath-powered aircraft from the front stoop. To build a fleet of breath-powered aircraft, you will need, number 1, different sizes and shapes of balloons. Number 2, sticky tape. Number 3, a variety of paper from which to make paper airplanes. Number 4, plenty of breath or a balloon pump. Okay, back to the story. A thing of beauty may be a joy forever, but to an inventor that works the first time is a thrill that comes once in a lifetime. Mounting the engine. Blow up balloon, hold nozzle to prevent loss of power. Make loop out of sticky tape, sticky side out. Fix loop to paper plane. Still holding nozzle closed, attached balloon to tape. And number 5, let her fly. Just as Wilbur and Orville Wright improved on their invention by trying different designs, Sister, Brother, and Fred improved their invention by trying different combinations of balloons and paper planes. They made a speedster by combining a small, tough balloon with a racing-style paper plane. They made a giant 2-motor airliner by mounting 2 large balloons on a paper plane made of newspaper. Paper plane design. Basic paper plane construction. Dotted lines indicate folds. Racing paper plane construction. Dotted lines indicate folds. Every time they tried something different, they learned something new. They learned that sausage-powered planes flew straight and true, that a spiral plane wiggled and shivered, and that a 2-motored banana looped the loop. Instrumental planes. Whisper jet. Twin motors mounted on paper wings attached to sausage-shaped balloon. Silver streak. Sausage motor mounted on racing aluminum foil plane. P-38. 2 racing paper planes taped together with a rear-mounted motor. Flying banana. Large curled yellow balloon with 2 undersling motors. For food effect to add spots with black marker. They learned that some breath-powered aircraft have minds of their own, once turned on Brother and chased him around the treehouse. Another landed in a nest and was attacked by a mama robin. How to build a tiger shark. Number 1, nose cone cut from paper and tape closed. 2, fuselage cut from paper and tape closed. Wings, make 2. Number 4, assembly with tape. If desired, add shark face, etc. Just as others built on the successes of Wilbur and Orville Wright, others built on Sister, Brother, and Fred's successes. Sister friends Lisa Bruin made an ascension balloon that came down by parachute. Lizzie's brother Barry made a terrific model of the Good Bear blimp using one big balloon and two small ones. Ascension balloon construction. Cut 6-inch wide strips from newspaper. Below, number 2, make balloon harness. Number 3, make parachute with thread, glue, and a towel. Number 4, tape parachute to harness. Number 5, put balloons in harness and inflate. All right, Good Bear blimp construction. Number 1, tail fins. Cut out 4 from the fold. Cupola, cut food and tape together. Okay. The Too Tall Gang made a pirate space station that flew the Jolly Roger. Professor Actual Factual's nephew, Super Smart Freddy Factual, made a 3-stage rocket that actually worked. So here we go. Space station construction. Tape 4 inflated curved balloons together. Number 2, attach 4 motors with nozzles angled down. You'll need help inflating them and holding the nozzles. Professor Actual Factual's nephew, Super Smart Freddy Factual, made a 3-stage rocket that actually worked. 3-stage rocket construction. A pressure from motor 1 seals nozzle of motor 2. Pressure from motor 2 seals nozzle of motor 3. When motor 1 deflates, motor 2 is powered and released. It had been an exciting day for the inventors, Sister, Brother, and Fred, and they had learned a lot. But the most important thing they learned was the message in Professor Actual Father's little poem. All inventions you will find happen first in someone's mind. Where to play breath-powered aircraft outdoors and indoors. Breath-powered aircraft need wind-free conditions to fly outdoors. Wind is weakest in the morning and at sundown. Breathe-powered airport are excellent indoor flyers. Large, high-ceilinged rooms are best. Large living rooms, school gyms, and auditoriums and lobbies are ideal, but only with permission. And that's all the time I have for today. Have a good night. Bye.